Yo, what's up, everybody? It is CLT here, giving you a replay of our second semifinal series featuring TK Gamers and Load the Kennens. So, we will be going over the replays. I will apologize now. I'm still recovering from the flu a little bit. I planned on covering these games during their when they were being played live, but the flu bug got to me. So it's been going around this winter. Herwick also got hit by it over the weekend when he was supposed to be on vacation. So it's going around in all parts of the world now. So, but yeah, just gonna go over this series. Mr. Bori was nice enough to give us the draft for game one here. As we can see, they B1 Corky, load the Kennens, pick Kasante Zeri here, so minus getting a mobile late game scaling champion. TK then responding with Urgot Vi. I think the Urgot Vi is pretty good lockdown. An advancement into Zeri. Once Vi ults, then Urgot can ult Zeri and try to burst it down, so then Urgot ult executes here. I do like the response from Ludicannons here and Talia. Talia's a pretty defensive stance, stand your ground type of mid laner that does pretty well against hard engaged comps and one shot comps, just with the worked ground and everything. So, looking at the bans here, we see quite a few mid laners got hit, Mel got hit, Silas, Diana, Ari, all got taken out here. So load the Kennens, then end up R4 into Lulu. I think Lulu's pretty good here. It's just overall a really good utility and defensive support here. Does very well at keeping the AD carries safe. And if Urgot and Vi can't blow up the Zeri, then I feel like their engage is pretty thwarted here. But then TK doubled down on it with Ziggs and Fiddlesticks. So I assume that's Fiddlesticks support. Unless we're seeing some like throwback to Geo Proud here and a Vi support. But and then we see Load the Cannons round out with a Pantheon. So Pantheon, Talia both can go jungle, both can go mid. I would probably expect it to be Talia mid into Ziggs. She can match the push and even to some degree outpush Ziggs here. Ziggs does match a little bit of the roam, being able to have a semi-global ult. But depending on how good the Ziggs is, Ziggs can push back Talia after, say, the second back, first item completions here. So let's go ahead and get this game loaded up here. Oh, was I on mute the whole time? That's a feels bad. Testing. Ah, I was. Alright. Well, we'll go back through the intro a little bit again here. So, what's up? CLT here. Just casting over a replay of our other semifinal series. We got Load the Kennens versus TK Gamers in a... Oh, we heard... Oh, cool. Thank you, boy. Must have accidentally muted. Sweet. Oh, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm still a little out of it. I've been basically on bed rest the last 48 hours. So, just the fact that I can sit at my computer and enjoy some content that way. It's nice, so. Alright.
Go ahead. Push me. You'll both find out what I'm made
Chat.
of.
Time controls. Alright. Here we go. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. So we see there is a few subs here for both sides. Tried to extend everybody
30 seconds until minions
for a week or
spawn.
two due to the Super Bowl, but it looks like that just still didn't help people here. Looks like the Kennens have got 3 subs here, and top jungle and support. And Bori, can you confirm with me that's what a sub mid and top lane for you guys for TK Gamers, I believe.
Minions have spawned.
See a big level 1 fight coming out here. Potentially first blood? I don't... I think going in for that second grass proc instead of backing TP is going to make this lane very difficult for Cassante. Solo lanes are subs. Yeah, thank you very much, Bori. Sante's recovered his health a little bit there. Pots and biscuits. Relentless doing a pretty solid job here with the poke. Just proccing Arcane Comet and Scorch anytime it's up. We see Cassante ends up getting first blood, proccing the Ghost, and running down Urgot. We see Ziggs stopping Pantheon's back. Relentless flashing forward, but I think he meant to CC minus there. Now we see a fight over the dragon, which was taken by Poke Archer's Vi here. Pantheon flashes out, but gets chased down by Vi here. But we see the feats of combat going over to the side of Load the Kennens, as they got the first 3 kills so far. Overall, that was a kill going over to Vi, a kill going over to the Zeri here. I think ends up favoring Load the Kennens just a touch, getting the Zeri some much needed gold to get through this early game better. See Rurika going upriver to try and get some plants, but he's going to get caught out here by Ziggs and Vi, but flashes away here, and Lulu ends up flashing to shield Rurika to get him out of danger there. With both supports moving up, looks like we might have a fight for the grubs here, potentially, though Bori's putting on a lot of pressure to minus here. We see Cassante using the all out on the Urgot here. He's into this fight, ends up taking down Urgot. Vi dives Pantheon on the back line though, and gets Pantheon super low. Now you got Cassante doing his big balance all across the rest of this fight here. That ends up being 2 kills going over to Cassante. Pantheon gets a kill there. Ziggs ends up getting 2 kills for this grub fight. Grubs ends up being just the single grub getting taken over by Load the Kennens here. Oh, but Urgot ends up coming back to lane with level 6 and sniping the kill on the Cassante here. Very interesting build coming out of base there. It looked like he was going after, or Cassante was going Sheen into Iceborne Gauntlet, but ends up getting double chain vest. will say, if this Cassante gets any more ahead, it's going to be very hard for the side of TK Gamers to take him out. Oh, big level 6 coming out by Relentless. Ends up ulting and taking out Lulu here. We see Vi is going to end up turret diving here to take care of Minus. Fiddlesticks ended up flashing. Vi ended up flashing as well. So 2 flashes to take out Minus here. And we see Cassante ends up taking Urgot over the wall here, forcing the flash out of Urgot. See, both teams kind of posturing for this dragon. The load the Kennens, I think, have a slightly better position, but Fiddlesticks has his ult coming up here soon. You see the TP's coming out from the top laners here. This is going to be a full 5v5. Big ult coming out of Ziggs here. And Bori ends up sniping the Lulu after the Ziggs ult as well. And a big Urgot ult to take out Pantheon here. What a snipe. Dragon did go over to load the Kennens. Big pushback here by Rurika to end up taking out the Urgot. Jello still putting out decent damage on the Ziggs between him and Urgot to help take out Cassante here. Nice flash by Jello there. See, Lulu ends up coming under this turret a little bit earlier than expected here, as Pantheon does ult to try and help out this fight. And that's a double kill, ends up going over the Bori after the Pantheon and vulnerability dropped. So really well managed turret dive there for the side of TK Gamers, and they're going to end up taking this first turret here. They're up with that first turret about 4,000 gold. Yep. The gold's pretty well spread out, to be honest, so I think the Load the Kennens to do a really good job as a team, just moving around the map and applying pressure.
Will fall soon.
interesting choice there. Try and TP out there by Jello. Though, very well heads up play here. But we got Cassante. Looks like he's trying to turn this 1v2. He ends up taking out Urgot here. And overall, I think he's going to end up getting the double kill here. Though we do see Vi now trying to take him out. But, well, just a lot of really good sidesteps out of Speak for Tree. Cassante there. But Vi ends up cleaning up the kill up top side. And they end up diving Bori here in this mid lane, but he ends up getting a 2-for-1 there as well. So, high-packed action here the last 30 seconds or so. Pika, yeah, I don't think there's ever a world where Cassante will be balanced, especially in the hands of like really, really good players. You know what'll balance Cassante? The fact that you only see him one game in Pro now because of Fearless. Big consume coming out of Urgot there to fear up the bot lane of Load the Kennens as they continue to go forward. And Bori ends up cleaning up the rest here, so it's a double kill going over to Bori. A kill going over to Urgot here. Oh, nice wall by Rurika to stop the Rift Herald charge. And we see Cassante ends up taking Urgot over again. He knows Urgot doesn't have sums or ults here. Rurika's end up getting poked out here mid by Jello's Ziggs here. The name Jello sounds familiar. I think he, or if you're still around, I don't quite remember what team he plays mid for. But he's looking really, really good on this Ziggs. Plays for PB and J. Okay. Okay. He's not the mid, correct? He's the AD carry, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there, gentlemen. Yeah, he was playing AD for him. Yeah. So, doesn't surprise me that then he looks really, really good on the Ziggs. I think every AD carry has been accustomed to playing Ziggs the last season or two. Ah, so he used to be a mid. See, Urgot trying to all in Cassante here. It looks like he's going to be pretty successful here. He had some of the turret helping out, and then Relentless came in to also CC him there for the last second. So we see Cassante's building a boatload of armor, which is making this Black Cleaver first rush really, really effective. Oh, but we see a face check coming out from the Pantheon here as Urgot ends up beating him straight into Relentless's ult. See if Rurika can play the spacing game here. Phase Rush is down, and everybody else is here. And that's it's gonna be a successful pick onto the mid laner. We see Voracious Otacon gets spawned in the bot lane here. Oh my goodness, that quirky damage. So we see K'Sante getting picked out there. This looks like trying to split push top lane a little bit. He does not have that much MR, so the fact that Jello's ahead means he's still going to output quite a bit of damage onto him. See, Relentless getting jumped on here, and then ulting back in, which Minus ends up going forward, but gets taken out here by Poke Archer. K'Sante ends up TPing into this fight here. It looks like he's going to take out Poke Archer here. We see Urgot consuming K'Sante here, and then moving forward as Bori kind of cleans up the rest of the fight. Bori now 9, 1, and 7. With Poke Archer also supporting him with 8, 2, and 8. Big Inferno Bomb coming out. Relentless gets stuck behind Marika's wall there. You see Minus up here on the top side trying to get away from his Vi, but unsuccessful there. And the rest of the fight ends up going over to TK Gamers, as they honestly have no access to the back line. Their load to Kennens has no access to TK's back line here, as they just keep moving forward here. Kind of a disjointed team comp now that I'm seeing it like play out. That you got Pantheon and K'Sante that kind of want to move forward, but then you've got Talia Zeri that want to be on the back foot and can kind of kite backwards with Lulu. So it just disjoints the fights a little bit, and I honestly don't think there's enough peel for this load to Kennens comp. But it's also really hard to say when they're kind of behind the 8 ball entering the mid game. But also they do have 3 subs, so could be a lot of coordination issues. Could be some champ pools that people are not used to playing with. And it's just a tough battle here for Load the Kennens, especially in this game 1. see TK Gamers here. Now that they've got control of this Fog of War. Starting up this Baron. Do you see some vision coming out here from Blast Cones? Pantheon setting up the ult in here. But they easily focus down Pantheon here. And you see Relentless ulting the zone out. But we see Minus ends up stealing the Baron with an auto attack here, but he doesn't get out of the pit. And we see Lulu's the only one left here. So, while Load the Kennens did a really good job entering the pit and going for that Baron steal and getting it, they end up getting 5 for 0 aced here. And it looks like this is going to be an end angle here for TK Gamers. Yeah, Bori, that Baron take was insane. And that is TK Gamers taking game 1 here from Load the Kennens. Let's go over here to the client real fast. Here, and let's check some of the overviews. So yeah, you've seen see that here about the 8 to 9 minute mark here. It's when TK Gamers took the lead and never really looked back, though. We do see Load the Kennens getting within 2,000 gold here at the 16-minute mark. Yeah, within 1 minute they dropped it down 1,500. So that was the big 2v1 up top, and then the picks all around coming out there. So. But, yep, really solid job by TK Gamers. See the damage charts here. Cassante damage is freaking insane. So, they do take game 1. Because, again, Bori was goated enough to send me the drafts here. Let me go ahead and bring up draft number 2. Let me do this in a way that doesn't spoil. Okay, there we go. So, draft number 2. We'll talk about it here in just a hot second. There we go. We got the replay downloading now. Draft 2, we see Load the Kennens end up just picking blue side here as they B1 Aurora after Hecarim, Diana, Mel get taken away. And we see the Vi get taken off the board as well, along with a few 80 carries here. And they do take the Aurora, which TK then respond with Corky Skarner, and then you see Viego Ezreal coming out, and then Bori picking up his, I would consider his patented Neela. He's really talented on it. At one point was top like 100 in the server. I think he was very highly ranked on this Neela here. So, and then you see a bunch of supports getting taken out. A lot of the traditional Neela supports, the Soraka and the Taric getting taken away here. And then Nami getting taken away as Ezreal Nami can poke out that Neela lane quite heavily here. And Cassante as well. You see Load the Kennens end up taking Ornn here. And then TK respond with Lulu Mundo. And then Load the Kennens bring out the Renata, which I do like the Renata pick overall. There's not much range to TK, so the Renata ult has a lot of value here. So, overall, really solid draft. We're definitely seeing a touch of themes coming out here. The Ornn now being 2 times for their sub-top laner. Pulling out 2 tanks. Though Cassante's not a true tank. And the Corki being picked out here, which means this Corki, instead of going bot for Bori, Jello's going to take it mid into Aurora, which is a fairly skill matchup, I think, though Aurora does have a lot of burst after a couple backs. So let's go ahead and load up this game. And let's throw the chat back on the screen here. Set everything up here. Zoom out just a touch. And here we go. We got game 2 for Load the Kennens versus TK Gamers in a best of 5. TK Gamers ends up taking game 1 here. They're on the red side as Load the Kennens is on blue side. And it looks like they are just 5-manning a brush. Potential invade here. They end up forcing out Minus's flash here. It was really nice of Poke Archer to throw the Q over and preemptively slow right as everybody was turning the corner there, so really nice invade, honestly.
Minions have spawned.
We see a potential red buff challenge. There's a level 1 fight from the bot lanes again. It ends up being a level 1 steal here coming out of Viego, and he's going to end up getting first blood on the Poke Archer here, so really well played here by Anchfield on this Viego here. You see Load the Kennens getting off to a really good start. He's going to end up getting Raptors out, clearing top side. Let's see if he goes towards his top side or his bot side here. Excuse me. We see Viego going over his bot side here, so we're going to end up getting a 3 buff coming out of Viego over Skarner here. He's kiting like yeah. Viego's going to enter into this bot side jungle and challenge Skarner here for his blue buff as well. And he's going to end up taking the blue buff as well here, so that's both buffs being taken away from Poke Archer here. Oh, but everybody's so low. Here, let's see if Bori can kind of carry this fight here. Bori gets 1, Bori gets 2 here. Bori might get a 3rd here. Oh man, and that's a triple kill going over to Bori here, as he basically just gets the feats for his team. And Poke Archer getting that that last kill ends up, he gets the buffs back. So what ended up being like a super big advantage created by the jungle for Load the Kennens here. Ends up working against them as they end up losing the 4v4 fight. And Boar getting a triple kill on this Neela. Lost power an hour before the game. That is a feels bad moment. I've had that happen once to me, and luckily it came back on. So it was only a small delay start, but yeah. That is a feels bad. Day and a half. Oh, ouch. Is that due to the snowstorm? So I know there was a lot of people getting hit by snow. I know I got hit, but I luckily did not lose power. Wind? Yeah. That'll do it. See a gank coming out of Viego here in the bot lane. Oh! Big Q coming out of Renata here. Stuns both. Oh, and Viego almost falls. Red buff just out-ticks. Groot through a tree on the power lines. What's snow? I only know about fires. Well, I'm gonna take a wild guess to see you're in the California area. I know nothing of fires. Yep. Yep. Working in my position at an airport, I helped out a squad of firefighting airplanes that came through here on their way to California. So they were pretty cool. Came from Canada. So, but back to our game here. We see Viego going after Lulu here, and with the help of the Ornn, all ends up getting taken out here. Marika getting a really good ult here on the poke archer, and Ornn ends up taking the double kill here for this grub fight. We do see that TK Gamers though got the first two grubs here, so a little bit of catch-up experience for poke archer definitely helps. But Load the Kennens doing a really good job not letting them get another stack towards feats here, as they already won the feats of combat thanks to Bori's triple kill. We see Renata's going to end up getting caught out here after the rotate to grubs. Gets caught out by Bori and Relentless here. Series would have been fun if we could scout. I mean, that's fair to a degree. Like, I think the deeper into a organized league you go, scouting tends to become a touch easier. Because, like, you can see solo queue champ pools and what people play, but they might reduce their pools, so you have a really big sample size of, like, regular league games, what they play. So, it's unfortunate, but I see both sides. Oh, nice flash ult coming out of Bori here. But we see Minus ends up fighting back here. Z might end up taking out Bori with help of Viego here. Viego takes over Bori's, but dives under turret to get Lulu there. You end up seeing a double kill coming out of Viego overall. See an all-in coming out of Warren here up top. We see Mundo popping the ult and the ghost here. Nice barrier coming out of Minus there off the ult. But nice Lulu ult, but Lulu ends up getting taken out as Bori did not keep aggro. We see for the most part, Poke Archer has kind of caught back up. So we got the first item, Heartsteel here. Just recently stole the red buff back from Viego. And did a pretty good job zoning out the bot lane so Bori could finish out the turret. So that's feats going over to the side of TK Gamers. I'm actually going to go refill my water after this fight, as we do see Mundo getting caught out here and taken out, which I believe will give them potentially top turret. No, we'll at least let Ornn get another plate here, and I'm going to replenish my water. Be right back.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Well, I sat down right in the middle of that big fight. There was a big posture for Dragon there. big Renata ult there. Yeah, sorry. Was just taking a breather and getting some water. But big fight over this this dragon here. Which goes in favor of Load the Kennens, and now they are up about 3,000 gold here. And it's and spread out so well here. Like Rurika and Viego here just can dive the back line, help Viego get resets. The tanks are not tanky enough. They have like HP, but they need some resistances. And overall, like there's not much they can do to get on top of Minus or Rurika. They just don't have really that great of an engage that's not Bori. And I think Bori just gets focus fire down and blown up. Plus also, even if Bori doesn't get blown up, he's getting in the melee range, so it's really easy to hit a Renata ult and turn it back around. Yeah, sorry about that, Chingy. Like I said, I'm still fighting a little bit of the flu here. It's just low on energy overall, but was happy I can at least bring this to you guys here. Appreciate the kind words. Oh, big flank here by Rurika to take out Lulu. A double kill coming out here for this Aurora. Bori ends up going forward to try and get an ult, but ends up getting nobody here, and then poked out, but saves the tower. At least for right now. We see Mundo split pushing with Demolish here, getting some decent damage on this bot tier 2. We start to see the Ornn upgrades becoming available here. Oh, and he went for the hit back, but ended up blast coning a little too far away. But gets a big, massive knock-up here, and Rurika gets a massive ult on this Aurora. Here in this jungle fight, this is not the setting you want to fight this Load the Kennens comp here. Oh, but big takeaway here by Poke Archer, bringing Renata under turret, and that's one back for them. With a bunch of health stackers here, I'm actually surprised Viego didn't go Blade of the Ruin King, but maybe he feels like because his Q basically does that already, he doesn't need to double down on it. like Load the Kennens ends up taking this dragon here, but it looks like TK Gamers is trying to use this this tempo and trade Baron on the other side of the map here. It's a pretty good trade overall, actually, for the TK Gamers squad. They might even get this top tier 1 out of it. Nice ult by Rico overall to just dash away from window. And after a while, I think this Load the Kennens comps gets slowly outscaled here, because they're going to have very few ways of getting through these HP bars over here. I see a Warmogs coming out here by the Mundo. It's still interesting that he built fairly like low resistance build here after these first 2 items. So we'll see if he ends up getting melted by something like this Viego here soon. We see the Orin items coming out. We got upgraded Triforce coming out. Still only about a 3,000 gold lead in favor of the Kennens here, though they do have 3 dragons, 3 of the first 4. So they are on soul point. Oh, Flash Engage coming out here by Viego. But Renata ult ends up hitting all 4 that are here. And just overall, just a nice snap engage. Like you have the Renata ult coming back to help Viego. Viego survives with Renata W. That ends up keeping him alive. He also then gets health from possessing everybody. I do like Mundo cutting the wave here, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as they're probably going to get at least the tier 3 out of it. And we see Mundo trying to Baron recall here. And gets stopped by this Renata. They don't get the inhib, which is pretty massive actually. They're still chasing Mundo. Mundo with Warmogs can kind of freely stay on the map. But see if he goes for something like a Jack Show or Unending Despair. It looks like Unending Despair coming out. Upgrading the Malignance is, like, it's okay, but I think you're going to want the more of the raw AP coming out of upgrading Rabadons here. Excuse me. But dual upgraded Triforces, so 4 of the 5 Orin upgrades already used. Viego kind of backdooring this inhib a little bit. But we see a fight coming out, as it looks like the rest of the Load the Kennens squad picked off Bori here. Oh, but a flash coming out of the Orin to stop him from taking the Hextech gate. But we see Viego trying to pick a fight with Skarner and getting pulled into his team, but good kiting out and then great redemption coming out of this Renata here. But Renata ends up coming in here. Boy, this is a very sloppy fight for the side of load the Kennens here. Oh, but big Aurora coming out of Eureka here. And it helps take down this Mundo. And Minus is just free firing in the back line here. But Jello's doing a really good job cleaning up the rest of this fight here. But overall, he does not have the damage or the beef in front of him. You see Bori kind of getting taken down by this Orin here. He does have a little bit of lifesteal, so I think he actually takes this out. We see Rurika, though, trying to fight back. Let's see who can play the spacing game. No, Rurika just decides to opt out of this fight here, knowing that Bori's got lifesteal. So really scrappy fight all the way around. It ends up being, I think, a 4 for 5, but then Bori ends up respawning to take care of the rest of the fight. See, Hextech gates are going to be coming out here as the TK Gamers team is going after this dragon to fight over Soul Point. But we see the load the Kennens squad took the wrong Hextech gates here. So now they're going to be super late to this dragon. And now, potential tempo for TK Gamers to look at this Baron. Let's see, are they going to straight up start it? No, I think they're going to use the, yeah, they're going to sweep out of here. But we see Poke Archer getting taken out. We see Seed, but he ends up eating out. But big Aurora all coming out here. And they're focusing down Poke Archer, which is the jungler for TK Gamers. And now, load the Kennens. After picking off the jungler, can look at this Baron here. And Mundo went bot side here with TP, though. So I'm not sure if he just called it off. Because at one point, all 5 are there. Bori ends up getting caught out here in this upper river. He has a boatload of lifesteal, though, but it ends up not being enough. So Minus looking really good on this Ezreal this game. Oh, that's right, we're gonna blame your team. It's all good. See, Aurora ult is back up. He does have TP. See, engage coming out here by Ornn. Marika hasn't pulled the trigger on the TP yet, but they do take out the Lulu here. Skarner ult ends up whiffing everything. Renata ult just hits Poke Archer, but we see Marika coming from this bot side. One shot Jello's Quirky here. And Marika ends up flanking here in the base. And overall, looks like load the Kennens might make a push here. No, with Bori back up, they can't look to end. But the Mundo region is absolutely insane. But with Mundo up and Bori off to the side here, yeah, they had to leave there. I feel like they could win that fight with Aurora ult still down. We see full build coming out of Eureka here. Minus almost at full build. I would like to see at least another source of anti-healing here, because you've got healing, you have dual healing items, right? No, just a single Vampiric Scepter plus the kit for Neela coming out. Excuse me. So I feel like if there's ever a point in the game, oh my. But Relentless does a really good job flashing and ulting out. But they see Bori over here on the side. See, do they end up trying to pick him off? No, not yet. You do have Eureka coming off to the side here. He procs the lifeline. Oh my goodness, that's shielding. Coming out. We see Eureka ends up getting forced back. Big Renata ult coming out. Nice knockup coming out here from Orange. And then overall, they just can't get to this back line of load the cannons here. Bori was not really involved into that fight too much. Ends up getting taken out here by Minus. And this looks like a pretty good end angle coming out of the load the cannons comp. As they end up tying this series 1-1. On the back foot of Eureka and Minus playing very well in this game, but we can't discount the other members as well. It ends up being a 41 kill game for them. So we'll go over here to the client. You just update this to the people who might be joining us late. Sorry about that, had to cough and mute the mic. So I do apologize if sometimes I cough into the mic. I'm trying to be quick on the trigger here. But like I said, still battling the flu, but we're definitely feeling better. But let's look at this overview a little bit here. Kind of a touch similar to last game where blue side got off to a little bit of a lead. This one more in the mid game and never really looked back overall. Graphs here, we see Minus and Eureka topping out the damage charts. Jello actually having deceivingly a really high damage game. I wouldn't have expected him to have that kind of damage here. But yeah, quirky. So let's again, do appreciate Bori being the goated one, giving me the drafts here. So let's go over to draft number 3, and I have that up now while I go download this replay here. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Got the replay downloaded. Let's talk about this draft here for a second. New Cap movie was pretty good, Rika. Have a good one, bro. So, we see, again, the losing team ends up taking blue side. So, TK Gamers, first picking is Corky again. I think Corky is already shown to be a really staple pick for them. Both Jello, they're sub in the mid, and Bori can play it. And both have shown proficiency on the champion. We see the Ezreal Nami coming out by Load the Kennens here, which we see Vi and the Cassante Steel coming out of TK Gamers. And then Load the Kennens end up R3 and Mbessa here. Mbessa being kind of a flex pick. We've seen Eureka play Mbessa mid earlier in the playoffs here. And then kind of looking at the rest of the draft, they don't know where Mbessa's going, so they maybe think pinch the mid pool, and they could go Mbessa mid here, and banning the Silas and the Aurora. We see them taking Gwen then in the R4 position, and then Nautilus Seraphine here. So either Seraphine mid or bot, with Corky getting whatever's left over. And then Galio ends up coming out here. The Galio pick is interesting. Like, I think the thought is the combo it off Mbessa engage, or if Gwen gets picked out in the split push here, but I don't think Galio has the greatest value. He does get pushed around a bit by Corky, and Seraphine can space enough that she doesn't really care about him. It is a fairly short range comp by Load the Kennens into like Nautilus, Cassante, Seraphine. So I don't know how I feel about this, and also that is most likely Gwen top instead of jungle, because Gwen's always done decent into tanks like Cassante, but maybe. I know Flame Dog has played the Mbessa jungle quite a bit here, but no one else has seemed to jump on that train, so let's load up this game and see where everything falls to place. And then let me change over scenes here. There we go. We see that it is in fact, we see that it is Mbessa top, Gwen jungle. So interesting pivot there.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
See a 5-point start coming out from both teams.
30 seconds until
I
minions.
really wonder how the Mbessa Cassante matchup goes. It's not a matchup I've seen. I haven't really seen Mbessa top. I haven't really seen Mbessa at all, to be honest. So, keep an eye on this top lane. Let's zoom out just a touch here. See, Rurika on the Galio is also quite interesting. Oh, we see a hook coming out from Relentless here. On the Gwen. Gwen does not have flash. Like, it is a Smite Ghost Gwen jungle. So, the fact that Gwen had to burn Ghost here means these first ganks aren't going to be as threatening unless someone's just way out of position. Oh, and I just actually noticed that we see that CC Star came back. Bor, if you're still in the chat, was CC Star in game 2? Or did he just come back for this game? was a interesting interaction. I know he buffered the Ezreal E, but that felt like it was a really late buffer. See Rika going in for a decent trade here in the mid lane. Big hook out of Relentless here. And then a nice E coming out of Bori as they end up igniting Nami, and Nami ends up surviving with about 20 HP. Well, we see them looking to dive Nami potentially here. And first blood goes over to Bori here. And we've seen a gank coming out of the Gwen in top lane, but CC Star played it quite well, burned some summoners. But Midas gets a revenge takedown onto Seraphine here. And Gwen ends up trying to stay over as he was waiting for the Ambessa TP here, but ends up getting taken out. So that's the feats of warfare going over to the side of TK Gamers. We see Nami ends up face checking this brush here and gets basically one shot by the bot lane of TK Gamers. Oh, we see And Bessa here gets a solo kill on a Cassante. Oh, but Mbessa misses the ult here. But never took turret aggro here, so Mbessa ends up getting out. But Rika ends up taking a trade mid, has the flash out of it. A very interesting trade there. Relentless going fishing. Didn't catch anything there. Caught Ezreal there. See an all-out coming out of CC Star, forcing the flash out of Mbessa. See them threatening a potential turret dive onto the Kennens bot lane here, but Gwen was in the area, now she backed. Oh, what an insane duel coming there. I wasn't sure if the Ambessa was going to hit, but Speak for the Tree ends up taking out CC Star again in a Dragon Ball Z like duel up top. See, Bori trying to ult to this dragon fight, but it did not get extended enough here. See, Jello ends up taking out Gwen, but Minus is now here to kind of create some space and poke out.
Plating will soon fall.
But overall, he has really no front line into him. Nice buffer on the E here. I think overall, with board shielding and healing, this is going to end up being a dragon for load the Kennens here, as they start this stacking early. Rush Cheese kind of coming out of the bot lane here, but Rurika supports his bot lane with a decent ult. See Cello TPing bot as well now. Now you see Mbessa TPing bot, but she ends up diving in here. And nice all-in coming out of Mbessa. Rurika goes forward, but it just gets CC'd right into the turret. Mbessa getting taken out there after getting hooked into the turret, and then Poke Archer ends up flying in there with the ult. We see CC Star also taking out Gwen, who's trying to cover top lane. Minus ends up getting one back off of Poke Archer, but Jello's there just to take him out. And overall now it's 10 kills to 5 with a 4,000 gold lead in favor of TK Gamers. What an insane ult by Bori there over the wall. And that's going to end up being the ult that wins the fight there, as they pick up the third Drake. See them going after Mbessa here in the top lane. And they end up taking her out. And Nami, she's trying to come up there and help. She also gets chunked out quite heavily, so see them potentially making a move after CC started the trade, but Gwen is extremely far behind, low damage mid. This team comp is just not working for Load the Kennens at all. Basically put all of your eggs in the Mbessa gets fed, can one-shot somebody, or minus deal boatload of damage, but Ezreal's not known for that. decisive game by the TK Gamer squad in that game. Boy, they didn't look back. They had the lead at 3 minutes and then kept it the whole game. Excuse me. It's a very low damage comp by by Load the Kennens. Let me fix this here real fast. And let me pull up the game 4 draft. Again, shout out to Bo5 being goated, giving me the drafts. And we see all the losing teams wanted blue side next round. So we see 3 mid bands coming out of TK here. They ended up taking the Mbessa. The Aurora that performed really well for Load the Kennens game 2 in their win ends up coming back. We do see the Gwen jungle make a return. Well, it could be Gwen top and Wukong jungle, like they're interchangeable. But we see a Zyra coming out here. Odds are that is a Zyra support. And the missed pick in this draft is Cassante. So that's most likely an Mbessa mid, actually, then, into this Aurora, which is quite interesting. So, really interesting draft for Game 4 all around. Let's download this game real fast and start it loading up. Gonna go over to gameplay. I'm most likely gonna be on mute for the rest of this game. Just ain't got the energy, and I've got some food coming, so I'm glad I could at least bring this over to you guys. But yeah, probably won't be much input from me coming in on this game here. Oh, that's an annoying sound. We do see the, oh, it's Relentless on new support. What the hell? Okay, and then that is, oh, so we have the top lane sub moving to jungle, and P-Dog comes back for this pivotal game 4 here. Oh, and we see the Nautilus just, like, man mode flashing in here. And just an insane level 1 fight overall. You zoom out here, they didn't even give me a chance to do all this, so. Alright, I will leave you guys be for this game number 4 here between Load the Kennens and TK Gamers.
Minions have spawned.
01110.
soon.
See you.
And there we have it. That was game 4. Sorry. Game 4 between Load the Kennens and TK Gamers. As TK Gamers will take the series. 3 games to 1. The best of 5 here. In a very entertaining, very bloody game 3. With some unique picks and some wrinkles here. But we'll take a look, as we normally do, the overview. Seen that this game was definitely a lot more contested in the mid game here. But overall, yeah, everybody played well. Looked like a mechanically sound game. I just didn't have the energy and the cast it, so I was at least happy I could bring this to you guys and get this out there. So hope everybody enjoyed this, and we'll be looking forward to the finals. Let's see if we might have a Midwest Weekly episode. We'll see how we all feel come around that Wednesday, Thursday area. So hope everybody enjoyed this. Again, apologize I didn't really give too much to casting this. I wanted to get this out there. I believe the patch goes live on either Wednesday or Thursday, and wanted to kind of get this out the way. So everybody enjoy the great rest of your week, and we'll see you again when the finals comes up. Later.